Jeff and Jeremy. It's like a radiogasm.
I said, hey, babe, check it out on the podcast.
Apple Podcast, Google Podcast,
And Spotify.
all this is going viral.
Good morning.
Feeling it.
What's that?
Feeling it.
Feeling it today, huh? You know, the weather was so nice yesterday. I'm hoping that we have another nice day. I'm tired of that cold, damp crap. I don't know. I haven't even looked at it, though. I just know it's always cold and damp coming in. But the stars were out this morning at my house, which was a good sign. Wow, look at this. Yeah, not super warm. Going to be a little windy today. 60s, slow. But you North County kids, yeah, 80.
Yes, sir. It was hot.
It's going to be windy over the next couple of days, though. Fire danger is high. This weekend looks really good, though. Only low 70s, mid to low 70s for Paso. 80 maybe on Sunday. But look at next week. Upper 80s. That looks pretty good. Anyways, good morning and welcome in.
You should come over to that Memorial Day barbecue.
You know I'm going to be out of town. That's why you invited me.
I didn't know that.
Yes, you do. Every year I go to Havasu on Memorial Day.
This is the thing is like, okay, you tend to have this thing that like, you have it in your mind that if you do something once, everybody should just assume that you're going to go ahead and do it all the time because that's how you operate. Can you
look at this hand I'm holding up? How many fingers do you see here?
5.
It's actually 4 fingers in the thumb, but yes, I have 5 up. Because that's how many years I've gone to Lake Havasu on Memorial Day.
Okay, well,
not once, not twice.
Listen,
5 times.
I don't know.
This will be 6.
Which holiday is what?
I also go there usually on President's Day weekend.
So, if I say, "Hey, you want to come over on Memorial Day weekend?" and you go, "Oh, you know, I go to Arizona every year." No, I don't. I don't.
Why can't I come over this weekend?
I don't pay that.
Why does it have to only be when you have a party for everybody? Do we not? Are we not close enough just for me to come over and
party for my daughter?
See the work you've been doing in the backyard.
Well, I don't. You know,
my wife a couple weeks ago, she goes, "Why don't we go up there?" And I go, "Nah, you know,
I'll put you to work.
He doesn't like pop-ins, and you know." And
I would put you to work.
We'll call. I go, "No, that's not enough notice." Him and his wife are not into that, so. And she knows, obviously, your wife. But
you guys are welcome to come anytime. I'm at home on the weekends.
You say that.
I'm just not going to be a very gracious host because I'm in the middle of doing stuff.
You're never gracious here, so what would be any different?
But I will put you to work. You know what happened this past weekend? Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. This was...
You act like you work on a ranch or something. Like you have 40 acres.
I'm in the middle. Well, no, it's...
You live on I'm doing
it by myself. I'm redoing the whole backyard by myself. Okay, so it is labor intensive. And especially when you have kids, because then you have to stop down for the kids' things, like the T-ball.
Your wife doesn't come out and help
you? And the
you?
gymnastics. She does what she can, but she got, woman arms. I'm sorry.
No, I know. My wife is not a big house. Yeah. I mean, you know what? Sometimes I'll go camping for the weekend or something. I'll come back in the grass cut mode, and you've seen my yard. You can mow it in 10 minutes or less. But I'm still surprised. I'm like, wow. Look at this.
You pulled out the lawnmower. Whoa.
Wow, you had the lawnmower out of the garage? Plugged it in?
I said to my wife the other day, I was like, "Hey, how come you didn't pull off the cover on the pool?"
Not my job. That's what my wife said.
So the kids could go swimming. She said, "Oh, because I don't know how to do that." I was like, "Well, you went to Cal Poly, learn by doing."
Yes, what a great line. And I'm sure she told you.
Oh, yeah.
We can't say it. I come home from camping. The garbage cans go out Friday. Friday afternoon, the yard waste still hadn't come through, so I left them and I went camping. I come back Sunday about late morning, and there's all the cans sitting there. I'm like, wow, never made it even to the street this weekend, huh? Oh, I cleaned the house. I did your laundry. That's your job.
So when I went into the garage to grab something to go work on a project that I don't even still to this moment know, and it's been 72 hours ago, or longer than that now, 96 hours. It was I go into the garage and water is everywhere and it's flowing out to the garage. Well, good news is I know that the slope of the garage now will funnel everything out towards the garage door.
And go down your driveway and you'll be good to go.
Eventually, yeah.
Did your water heater blow?
No. that tube that goes out the back of the washer machine into the other tube. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, sure, the drain.
I didn't secure it when I put the drain into the tube. So, for whatever reason, probably because the load was like, jostling around. We were washing some blankets and stuff like that. So because the load was jostling around the washer, it probably pulled it out. And it was spitting out the drain cycle all over the garage.
That's the best solution, because I would walk into the garage and think, oh, my God, the water heater.
Right.
Or we got a major problem.
You don't understand.
Oh, it's just a connection? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't until I was like, no, stop. I just started yelling, stop. I'm turning off all the water valves. I'm like, what the hell's going on? But the water's still coming out after I turn off the valves. I'm like, how's that happening? I look down and I see the tube spitting water out. I'm like, oh, Christ. So then I turn off the washer real quick, and then it's a mad scramble because we just moved in. This was actually a blessing in disguise. We had just moved in, so there's a lot of stuff that was unpacked in boxes sitting on the ground in the garage.
That's got to be washed.
And it just happened. I just lucked out. Like, could you imagine if we would have set the washer and then left for 3-4 hours like we typically do, and then came back and ran into that? That would have been a nightmare scenario. But it just happened. It was still flowing out. And I was like, okay. So we had to take everything out of the garage. But now it forced our hand to
organize,
get everything back organized. And now we could fit a car in the garage.
Oh, garages. It's a constant battle with the garage, isn't it? I mean, I've got a 2-car garage and the boat is on one side and the other side is just storage and barbecues and all that kind of stuff. But it's just a constant mess. It's just a constant struggle just for half the garage to stay organized.
Because the learn by doing crowd just takes stuff and puts it in there.
Yeah, I know. It's like all the boxes from Costco. Just drop them off, right? Just open the garage door from the house and throw them out there.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. You could have just walked around the corner to the recycling thing and... 5
Amazon boxes sitting on the doorstep today. Where do those boxes end up? In the garage. No rhyme or reason or organization to where they go.
Recycler. Nope, that's your job. You want your laundry done, don't you? Oh, yeah, I guess I do. Anyways. All right. How about more money today and the $1,000 giveaway brought to you by Perry Ford Lincoln? Yes, it could be yours. Just keep listening for your playlist. Submit your playlist now. It's never too late to do that. Just 3 songs. Get all the information and details at KZOZ.com.
Whoa! Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
So we were just talking about all the fun we get into with our wives. Good morning. It's Jeff and Jeremy, by the way. Whose job is who, whatever. A new survey says 90% of women do the housework. 90%. That means only 10% of men do the housework. What is housework?
It ain't taking pool covers off.
Apparently it's not taking the trash down.
It's not
or mowing the yard.
Not breaking down the countless number of Amazon boxes that arrive at the door.
Or the dishes. I mean, we both do the dishes, but I do the dishes more. Let's see. Women's work is never done, it says here in this article. 90% of women do more housework than men. It also found our economy would be $1.5 billion better off if housework and childcare were shared more evenly. Well, don't tell my wife that. Only 10% of couples who both work full-time went 50-50. See, here's the thing. I do the outside, she does the inside. Right? And... she does more vacuuming than I do.
Some things on the inside you have to do too. Like take
I
out the
vacuum.
trash.
I vacuum, but I do the trash, but I also vacuum and I clean my own bathroom. It's her fault that she vacuums more than me because I wanted to get that damn robot shark thing and it was on sale and we should have got it. And then when I got my speeding ticket back in March, she's like, now we're not getting the vacuum because you got a speeding ticket because it was the same price. So now I said, okay, fine. Then I'm never vacuuming. You can vacuum. And the thing is, we have a dog that sheds, so we have to vacuum every couple of days.
What are you looking to spend for that? Because I saw one the other day.
Oh, you did?
But it's
so normally it was like
limited.
$450, and then it was down to
pull it down. I'm going to tell you where it is for $200, and it's not the shark; it's the Roomba.
For $200?
Yeah. Pull it down.
Why is it there?
It's in a clearance rack, tucked underneath a bunch of other stuff that you wouldn't even think that would be there.
It's only $200.
Yeah, it's pull it down again.
Wow, I feel like you're being so rude to everybody who's listening right now. They're like, tell me where it's
they'll
at.
beat you to it
Yeah,
if you don't go get it. If you want, since it's on my way home, I can give it to you if you want to I can pick it up for you if you want to Venmo me.
It's a Roomba. Does it clean itself out? You don't probably know.
I don't know about that.
That was what I loved about this one, is it was a self-dumping one.
I thought when I saw the price tag on it, I thought that was really reasonable. You can control it from your work or something. I don't know.
I just want to set it
outside the house.
It controls itself. I don't want to deal with it.
If you need to, you can do whatever you need to do.
So
Maybe
it's Wi-Fi'd
some
in.
kind of tracking element to it.
When my wife wakes up, I'll call her. She didn't wake up till 7. But
I looked at it, but then I looked over at my son, and he was charging at somebody with a those things that you put around pipes, pipe insulation. He thought it was a pool noodle. And he's running after somebody.
If you go buy this, and I'll Venmo you and all that kind of stuff, and then it doesn't work out, I can still take it back, right?
I don't know. It's on clearance.
Yeah, see, that's what we got to find out.
I'll ask him.
Okay.
I'll ask him before I buy it.
The only thing I'm curious about is it the self-emptying one, and can I take it back if it's not good? If there's a problem with it. But I think I'll be very happy with it. It's just, $200 investment. You want to make sure that you're going to like it.
Maybe I want it now that I know that those things cost that much.
This is what you do to me all the time. This is a terrible thing that you are a terrible person. You're a terrible person.
Well, you know where it is. Try to beat me there.
Guys, the reason why they say...
it's going to be Cannonball Run to North County.
Like Grocery Market Sweeps or whatever that show was.
Supermarket.
Women are better at multitasking. I disagree. We can also... I'm smoking meat all the time on the weekends, mowing grass and taking the trash down. I'm a multitasker. Anyways, would love to know what you do at your house, what the jobs are. You can just send it in on the text line. It's the 805 Beer text line at 805-543-3693. I'm trying to build a case here. The next time my wife says something, what does she do? What do you do?
Wake up. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Jeff and Jeremy here. I feel like we've been giving our wives a hard time a little bit today, but this guy really gave his wife a hard time when he threw her under the bus, even though he was just trying to steal some beer. This happened in Ohio, and they have townships in Ohio. I've never been in a township.
Ohio and Pennsylvania. It's stupid. It's just a city. It's a town.
Yeah.
Whatever. Just why do you have to add ship to it? I get it. You guys were one of the first areas that was colonized. Okay, good. Drop the ship, please. It's 2021.
This happened in Floral Paradise of Ohio. It's a township. And apparently the people at the store, the clerk, didn't seem like things were on the up and up because this guy was trying to return 14 cases of beer. His excuse was that his wife had bought the wrong beer. Like, who would ever buy their husband 14 cases of beer? I mean, I guess if it was on really good, like a super sale or something.
He's got something in common with us. He's blaming his wife for everything.
Yes, he's like, my wife bought the wrong beer. I got to bring it back. According to WLWT, the TV station there, they went back to the surveillance video. This guy walked into the store with an empty shopping cart. He went back to the beer section, loaded 14 cases of beer in the shopping cart, took it up to the register and said, "Yeah, I'm bringing this back. My wife. I want to get a different brand." And then after they got into an argument with him because they're like, "Wait a second."
Me going in, stealing a bunch of Schmidt, going back to the store saying, "Oh yeah, my wife meant to buy 805."
Yeah, but It's even worse because he just walked into the store with nothing, grabbed a cart, filled it up, took it to the register like he was going to pay for it, but then said his wife had already paid for it and he was returning it. Well, that's not kind of how it works. You don't come through the store with a cart. Anyways, they
have a record of what's been bought and what's been not.
So he gets pissed off because they're arguing like, hold on, we got to go check our surveillance. And that's when he grabs the cart and he takes off. And he goes out and he loads the 14 cases of beer in his car and takes off. And now they're looking for him. He had to load 14 cases of beer, okay? I don't care if you're, Greg Louganis, or why would you be Greg Louganis?
If you're to jump in the water with 14 cases of beer.
And swim away. But he had to load 14 cases into his truck or car or whatever
I think
he had.
just as a jumper. I don't think he's a swimmer.
Right. He's a diver.
Yes.
Not a jumper, but yeah.
Well,
he's actually other things too, but whatever. So, yeah. And you couldn't get his license plate or nothing? But they did call the cops, and by the time the cops got there, he was long gone, but they did have some surveillance video.
What's crazy is they're still looking for him. You're right, Jeremy. Okay, you loaded 14. Like, how quick this guy should be on supermarket sweeps, okay?
No kidding.
He loaded 14 cases of beer into his car in a timely fashion, took off before the police could get there.
Or they could run out and get his license plate or anything.
Maybe in the township, they still do thing horse and buggy. Like, like the police force is like a horse and buggy. They got to, make sure the feed bags are taken off, the blinders are taken off.
I was thinking this is a good Dumbass of the Day, but then our next story that we're going to get to in Dumbass of the Day just kind of even tops that as well. We'll get to it coming up next.